Most of us don't decide to spend an hour scrolling. It just happens. You open an app for a moment and suddenly, time is gone. Today I want to look at infinite scroll, not as a personal self-control issue, but as a deliberate design choice, and how it quietly reshaped our attention, our reward systems, and our sense of stopping. For those of you who are new here, I'm Kristen, I'm a software engineer, and I think it's important to talk not just about what we build in tech, but what our systems end up doing to people. There was a time when digital content had edges. You reached the end of a page, you finished an article, you closed a tab. Those stopping points mattered. Infinite scroll removed them. No page breaks, no natural pauses, no signal that you had enough. The feed doesn't end, and neither does your engagement. That wasn't an accident. That was a design decision. Human brains are wired for variable rewards. When outcomes are unpredictable, when the next thing might be interesting, dopamine stays active. This is the same mechanism studied in gambling behavior. Researchers have shown that variable reward schedules keep people engaged longer than predictable ones. Not because they're more enjoyable, but because they're harder to disengage from. Infinite scroll turns content into a slot machine. Maybe the next post will be better. Maybe the next one will matter. Maybe the next one will make you feel something. You don't stay because you're satisfied. You stay because you're anticipating. The part that often gets misunderstood is dopamine isn't the chemical of joy, it's the chemical of seeking. Neuroscience research shows that dopamine increases motivation, anticipation, and pursuit, not contentment. So when platforms are optimized for dopamine loops, the result isn't happiness, it's restlessness. People often describe this as scrolling without enjoyment, feeling unable to stop, closing the app feeling empty or overstimulated. That's not failure of discipline. That's a predictable outcome of the design. Infinite scroll does do one thing exceptionally well. It removes friction. And friction is the only thing that gives humans space to choose. Without stopping points, session length increases, ad exposure increases, and data collection increases. From a business perspective, it works beautifully. From a human perspective, it blurs intention, satisfaction, and time awareness. You don't decide to stay longer, the system decides for you. When attention never rests, subtle things happen. Focus fragments, emotional regulation weakens, boredom disappears, and with it, creativity, and the nervous system stays lightly activated. Many people describe being tired but wired. Not exhausted enough to sleep, but not calm enough to rest. This isn't because people are broken. It's because rest requires edges, and the feed has none. Infinite scroll isn't just on social media. It shows up in news feeds, short-form video, shopping apps, even workplace tools. Anywhere attention can be extended, it often is. Because in an attention economy, time is currency, and stopping is unprofitable. Understanding the design gives you leverage, and even small leverage matters. This isn't about deleting everything, it's about reintroducing friction. Since platforms remove them, you can add them back. Set a timer before opening the app, decide purpose before you scroll, and close the app when the purpose is met. Stopping works best when it's pre-decided, not reactive. Consider turning off autoplay and infinite recommendations where possible. Switch from passive scrolling to saving posts, messaging people, or following links outward. Active use doesn't hook the brain the same way. Simple changes like grayscale mode, reduce motion, or fewer notifications lower dopamine activation and shorten sessions without effort. Your brain responds to less stimulation immediately. Boredom isn't a problem, it's a transition state. When the feed ends, something else begins. Thinking, noticing, creating. Infinite scroll removed boredom and took depth with it. Infinite scroll didn't change how we consume content. It changed how we experience time. Seeing that doesn't require outrage, just awareness. Because once you understand how attention is shaped, you get to decide where yours goes.